Tanaka was brought into the world on 4 May 1918 in Futamura, Niigata Prefecture, present-day Kashiwazaki, Niigata, the second child of rancher Kakuei Tanaka and his better half Smoke. He had 7 kin, a senior sibling, 2 senior sisters and 4 more youthful sisters. However, was the main child who made do into adulthood. Albeit a cultivating family, his dad was a cow and pony merchant and his granddad Kakuei Tanaka had filled in as a sanctuary and hallowed place craftsman. His mom worked even after every other person nodded off and was connected to her grandmother. When Tanaka was youthful, his dad was engaged with a progression of monetarily shocking endeavors in koi cultivating, bringing in cattle and beginning Niigata's most memorable dairy farm, which made the family fall into outrageous neediness. Tanaka contracted diphtheria early on and the delayed consequence made him stutter. Kakuei left school at 15 years old and maintained development sources of income while concentrating on part-time at night. In 1937, while getting things done for a development firm, Tanaka ran into a lift involved by the Viscount Masatoshi Kchi, top of the Riken Company. Kchi, evidently dazzled with Tanaka's energy and desire, consented to assist the young fellow with beginning a drafting office in Tokyo. Japan didn't have a state capability for draftsmen at that point. Tanaka would play a part in making the permitting framework for designers later in his career. The drafting office just kept Tanaka occupied for a considerable length of time. He was drafted into the military in 1939 and shipped off Manchuria, where he filled in as an enrolled representative in the Morioka Cavalry, arriving at the position of Prevalent Private (KI) in WAC 1940. Following 2 years in the military, he contracted pneumonia in February 1941 and was gotten back to Tokyo to recuperate. He never rejoined up, leaving the military in October. Back in Japan, Tanaka wound up at the Sakamoto structural designing firm, searching for office space to restart his drafting business. There, he met the late organization president's widow, who not just gave him the land he wanted, yet additionally requested that he wed her girl, Sakamoto Hana. Tanaka acknowledged, and wedded his way into the high society. Despite the fact that Sat believed Fukuda should turn into the following state head, Tanaka's prominence, alongside help from the groups of Yasuhiro Nakasone and Masayoshi Hia, gave him a 282-190 triumph over Fukuda in the SPTL 1971 party president political race. He entered the workplace with the most noteworthy notoriety rating of any new chief in Japanese history. One of Tanaka's most recollected accomplishments is normalizing Japanese relations with individuals. Republic of China, which happened around similar time as Richard Nixon's endeavors to do likewise for Chinese relations with the Unified States. In 1972, Tanaka met with Chinese Chief Su Enlai to examine the standardization of relations between the two nations. Among different issues, they examined the Senkaku Islands, which would later turn into a significant disputed matter between the two nations. Tanaka purportedly asked Su, "What is your view on the Senkaku Islands? Certain individuals express things about them to me." To which Su answered, "I would rather not discuss it this time. In the event that there wasn't oil, neither Taiwan nor the US would make this an issue." Only 2 months in the wake of getting down to business, Tanaka met Chinese Socialist Coalition Administrator Mao Zedong. During 1973 and 1974, Tanaka visited the US, France, England, West Germany, Italy, the Soviet Association, the Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia. He showed up on The US TV program Meet the Press to have an immediate exchange with Americans during his visit to the US in July/August 1973. His visit to Europe was the primary visit by a Japanese head of the state beginning around 1962, and his visit to the US was the first since 1956. His state visit to Indonesia, as welcomed by President Suharto to examine Indo-Japanese exchange relations, was fought by various nearby enemy of Japanese feelings denying global speculation, which happened on 15 January 1974. Japanese-made material and structures were annihilated by Indonesian dissidents. 11 individuals were dead, a further 300 were harmed, and 775 nonconformists were captured. Subsequently, the Suharto system disintegrated the president's confidential advocate constitution and assumed command over the Public Safety Administration. The occurrence from this time forward turned out to be notable as the Malari episode. Peristiwa Malari. Thank you.